Hey, I'm Dr. Philip Carlson from Belhaven University, and I'm an assistant professor of chemistry and physics there. And what I'd like to do is just work through a science problem with you every day. We'll do one, and it'll help keep you sharp working science problems and help you remember all these little facets of different things, both in the areas of chemistry and in physics. Start kind of basic, and we'll get more advanced as we go along. So let's dive in and look at the first general chemistry problem here. Okay, so what we have is a situation where we're looking at an automobile battery, and it contains a sulfuric acid solution. Sulfuric acid is better known as H2SO4, and it's easy to remember as long as you can remember the old adage, Johnny was a good boy, but Johnny is no more. What Johnny thought was H2O was really H2SO4. It's a pretty caustic acid, not something you would want to drink, of course. So this solution, this battery acid solution, has a density of 1.28 grams for every 1 milliliter of the solution. This is the fancy Greek letter rho, which is usually used to stand for density. And it just tells us how much mass belongs with how much volume. And for this particular sulfuric acid solution, that's 1.28 grams. Now it's asking us to calculate the number of grams of sulfuric acid alone in 1.25 gallons of the battery acid. So we have 1.25 gallons of battery acid solution, and we want to know of that how much is sulfuric acid. So we're also told that the solution is 32.8% sulfuric acid by mass, and this is by mass. Mass here is an important clue because it's not by volume, so we can't take this percentage and find out a percentage of this volume. What we need to do is first convert this volume, 1.25 gallons, into mass, and then take 32.8% of that mass. We can do this because we know the density. So first, since we know how many grams mass belongs with volume, milliliters, we need to convert our volume of gallons into milliliters. So the most logical one to me is gallons to liters. I put gallons on bottom, so they'll cancel out. And how many liters does 1 gallon relate to? It's not 1. So what is it? Actually, a quick check will show you 3.7854. 7854 liters for every 1 gallon. So that's true in general. And now that I'm in liters, I want to convert. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. And the reason I went to milliliters is so I can relate milliliters to mass, or volume to mass, since I have the density, 1.28 grams for 1 milliliter. Now that would be a different number for a different solution, but for this acid solution, that's what they gave us. Now when I do this calculation, 1.25 times 1,000 times 3.7854 times 1.28, I get an answer of 6,056.64 grams. So that's the mass of 1.25 gallons of this solution. So this is my total mass, 6,056.64 grams. But I know that this solution is only 32.8% sulfuric acid by mass, so really only 32.8% of this total mass comes from the sulfuric acid. So I convert that percentage to a decimal form, and the answer that I get here will tell me how much of that mass is due strictly to the sulfuric acid. And this works out to be 1,986.58 grams, and this is grams of H2SO4. So out of this battery acid solution, if I had 1.25 gallons of it, I know 1,986.58 grams would belong to sulfuric acid. That completes today's problem, and so I'll see you back for another one another day.